Hey David.
Hey, aloha.
Aloha, how are you?
Good. I can't see myself, so it's
Okay, well you look
hopefully.
good. So if that
Okay,
helps.
great.
Okay.
I've been up since 2 in the morning, so it's all good.
It's
We
been
need
a,
to.
a really a really big week for you. I'm was just letting everyone in the audience know that you're just celebrating your go public this week. And Web3 Ventures, for those who aren't familiar yet, a diversified investment company focused on identifying, incubating, accelerating, and developing world-class projects and applications for the decentralized web. Focused on supporting founders and entrepreneurs, Web3's core investment pillars are blockchain-based transparency, secured identity, verified communications, gamification, focusing on early stage, small, and mid enterprises in the Web3 space. Basically, this means if you want to have access and diversification to Web3 investments, Web3 Ventures functions kind of like a private equity fund with a portfolio of curated assets. Web3 Ventures began trading on the CSE on Monday on the symbol WebV on the CSE. Please be sure to add them to your watch list. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to our founder and CEO, David Nixad, and David's going to walk us through what Web3 Ventures is and why Web3. Over to you, David.
Awesome. So, where would you like me to start? Okay, what is Web3 Ventures? So, I feel like Web3 Ventures is a culmination of sort of uh, when I look at it, I look back at 2017 when the ICO boom started happening. Uh, there was an element of a lot of tokens that came onto the market. People were using the Ethereum blockchain. Security tokens came into the market, and at that time, we had come to the idea that we wanted to do a Berkshire Hathaway style holding company that would be a security token that would use the blockchain. And at that time, which we still are, we are in the cannabis and psychedelic business with our other businesses. And we felt that, the laws weren't there as they aren't right now still. And we were definitely concerned with, regulatory premise in terms of doing something like that. But what I would tell you is I think this idea evolved from back since 2009 when we started building our holding company and constantly looking at a way to figure out liquidity and, be in the confines of being involved with crypto, the blockchain, and being this somewhat liquid fund. And I think that I've been seeing this meme come out a lot that says if you made it through FTX, you made it through the ICO, you made it through Luna, you're definitely a crypto OG, or you're gonna make it to the next level. And I think that you kind of have to look at the story in a whole to understand how we got here. Uh, We have basically a liquid fund that allows us to invest in lots of projects, and it's fully auditable, and it has liquidity through through the CSE. And I think having that gives you a level of comfort because it's not somebody publishing a token and you're not sure when lockups are going to come out and tokens are given to different people. There's an element of control with this and regulatory bodies where it allows you to sort of have a hybrid. I sort of look at it as, driving a car that's part gas and part electric, and you get the best of everything. Should we go to slide two, Alyssa? Or okay. Um, yeah, so says we have exclusive access to institutional private market venture capital opportunities. We're looking at everything. I mean, we're looking at private deals, we're looking at public deals, we're looking at subsidiaries that we're going to do in the AI space, and everything from energy to AI to figuring out how to bring truth and transparency to everything from payment gateways to longevity, regen, food. We're looking at all different types of businesses. As I said in my CSE interview the other day, we see Web3 Ventures as a company that eventually will have 500 plus assets under management. I do believe the best version of this has been Galaxy Digital, which is on the TSX Senior. And really, we've sort of mirrored what Mike Novogratz has done, which has been absolutely exceptional. I believe that stock at one point traded at over $30 billion. So, we're sort of using that playbook as we move forward. I would say with number two on early adopters, yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, AI and blockchain just really go really well together. I was listening to Elon Musk's book today, and they were talking about him leaving Stanford to go work on his city search product, so to say, his mapping product. I think we're in a time right now where it's almost like the internet is going to be very, very brand new. You have a couple things coming down the pipeline. You have digital assets that are just going to become the norm, because the next president of the United States is going to have to understand Bitcoin. We'll probably have a Bitcoin wallet. And at the end of the day, AI and blockchain is going to be part of, everybody's life, whether they like it or not. I feel like we've sort of been playing with this idea for the last decade. And as the gentleman before me was talking about in cannabis, which, we've been in the cannabis world for over 20 years, things reach a threshold. As Einstein says, it reaches critical mass, and then, basically all the rivers run together into a waterfall. And that's sort of how I see AI, blockchain, Bitcoin, sort of everything coming together at once, where it's a whole new internet model. Deal flow and due diligence. I mean, I couldn't say this better. I sort of got my main training when I was an investor inside of Y Combinator. I had been investing with Y Combinator companies since 2010. I saw the likes of everybody, Paul Graham, the founder of OpenAI, Sam Altman. I've had the joy of working with many different entrepreneurs like Alan Grant, Brad Cam, just many, many companies inside of Y Combinator. Our deal flow is exceptional. I probably get 50 to 100 deals a day. But I think what has happened, which is really great, is during this consolidated market, our checkbox system has sort of expanded, where we really are starting to look at what does liquidity look like? Does the founder understand liquidity? I also think that, as we've gone public in Canada, usually a lot of deals that I'm in go 10, 15, 20 years sometimes. So we took Web3 Ventures and we took it public within a year. And I think that that's a result of a lot of the crypto movement and what happened with ICOs and different things. Is, everything at some point is going to have assets will be tokenized, liquidity will come quicker. I would say that most of the deals that we're looking at right now within AI and blockchain, they have a token attached to equity, and that has worked for us. We've done a lot of deals like that. And, we're really wanting to make sure that the founder understands is it's not just getting lots of money in and working on their product, but also what does liquidity look like for the investor? So our check boxes look at all of that. If you want to go to the third slide. Our edge. I mean, I think our edge is that, we have a phenomenal team. I mean, we have IR Labs. My co-founder of 20 plus years, he's a securities lawyer. I've been investing for almost 25 years. I think we've always been ahead of the curve. I think another part of it is we have a lot of our own money in the deal. We are the largest shareholder in Web3 Ventures. It you know, I always told founders, your cap table tells a story. And I think our edge, if I were to think about this, is our cap table tells a story. And it tells a story that this is something that we believe in. We are the biggest investor. And when I'm journaling, which I've done for 30 years, I'm writing a 10-year plan of what this company is going to look like. In the next 10 years, we should have 1,000 plus investments inside of this investment issuer. This investment issuer will be working on everything you can imagine that is what I call utopian. So again, I think our edge is wisdom and a lot of people that have been involved in investing for a long time. You want to go to the next slide? Capital structure. So yes, our capital structure is, we just listed on the CSE. I think the stock today hit a high of 71 cents. I don't know what I can get into about super specifics. As I said, our family office, as well as our subsidiary and me personally, are the biggest investors in Web3 ventures. I can tell you that our partners have probably done over 100 go publics. So we are partnered up with a really great team. Our last valuation, which was our 10-cent round, was at 21 million. I know we started trading on Monday at 10.5 cents. Today, my understanding was the stock was well over $100 million. Again, I think that when we built the cap table, I looked at it like tokenomics. I had been involved with a lot of companies that were, we had worked on our own token model back in 2017. So we were very conscious of the capital structure, who came into the deal. I could tell you that I think 80 to 90% of the cap table is locked up for a year. So just a very, very, very tight float, which can be dangerous. But what I would say is, when you're in deals for 10 or 15 years, you're not really thinking about selling. Community, first mover adoption, market timing, artificial intelligence. I mean, I think, given that Jason and I were first into crowdfunding, we were the first check into WeFunder at Y Combinator. We understand building community. We were also seed investors in Republic. I know we've done a number of crowdfunding deals, so we understand community. First mover, I mean, the only real person that's ever done something like this is Galaxy Digital. So I think given the timing of where the market is, there needed to be like a 2.0 of what Galaxy Digital has done. Market timing, listen, I'm long Bitcoin. I don't want to, put any forecasts, but, in my view, February 2025, Bitcoin should be well over $100,000. Remember, Bitcoin is always going to achieve a new high. If I didn't mention this, during the bear market, which is when we took over Web3, we put together a big mining component. So we're constantly mining Bitcoin. Artificial intelligence, I can't really say much today, but we are going all in. We think AI and blockchain goes very, 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 very well together. Next slide.
All right, David.
Thank you for listening.
That gets us to a wrap. I was very fortunate to spend time with you and the team this week in Toronto. I just got back in last night. What a cool experience for you and everyone to be at the CSE doing that market open.
It was awesome. And you were phenomenal.
You're so kind. So I have a couple questions I'm just going to throw at you. One
Sure.
thing that you shared with me very early on in our journey together, which has actually stuck with me in a pretty profound way, and I've used this analogy with a few other CEOs that I'm working with. I asked you how you choose your investments and what your criteria is. And you've talked about this checkbox process that everyone's got their own lists of why they're going to invest. But I loved how you said, I'm going to invest in someone who I can trust with the keys to my home. And I thought that was just such a good way of putting it. Some call it a good gut feel. Like, what's your secret sauce for picking these investments?
I mean, yeah, I think everything's a frequency of energy. I mean, I yesterday was with a gentleman that is about to disrupt the entire healthcare space, and we were talking about Richard Feynman and Albert Einstein, and you can even put Elon Musk into that category. I think that you either feel it in your gut or you don't, and I think it's something you develop. And I think what's so great about where we are going in the VC, hedge fund, private equity, and the investment world is the old tricks that used to work are not going to work. Um, it's going to be frequency of energy. There's going to be a lot of other ways that liquidity happens. So I think when I talk to founders today, like I'm going to give you a great example. Brad Camp from Unstoppable Domains. When he explained it to me in Maui that he was building the GoDaddy of Web3, I didn't get it then, but I, yeah, you got to talk to people that understand. Like, there just has to be a vibratory connection. And I would say to you, just very candidly, when I look at our entire portfolio today within all of our companies, we hold about 100 investments. Realistically, we had one investment go wrong, which was Luna. So I would say we don't have a bad track record. Not saying that we don't make mistakes, but I listen to the inside, and you just know, I don't know who said it. It's either and I'm just gonna say it's either a fuck yes or a fuck no. And I just go with that. And when it's a fuck yes, it's a major fuck yes.
I love that. David, I think there's such a huge opportunity. I know we both have kids. Our kids have actually spent some time together, which has been super cool. They're so far advanced as it relates to sort of that whole world of Web3, which is essentially everything we're doing in our lives today. There's got to be like this like people that have not gotten into the Web3 space yet. Like, we're only scratching the surface at what's to come. So maybe just touch on that a little bit or expand on my thought there.
I mean, I think the best thing with Web3 is look at Twitter. I mean, I think Elon Musk is the best provocateur. He says Web3 is bullshit. Twitter is Web3. Twitter is the biggest community you can imagine with no censorship. That will be your phone, so to say. It will be your messaging center. It will be the place you transmit money. You probably will end up doing some taxes off of it. It's going to be the place where the community comes together. And listen, I think we all saw when Tucker Carlson did the interview with Donald Trump, 300 million people watched it. That tells me where Web3 is going. So when I see Twitter, that even gets me more excited. I can talk about it now because it's public knowledge, but one of our portfolio companies, Fortress, was sold to Ripple. Fortress is not an investment inside of Web3 Ventures. It's an investment inside of our family office. But just seeing Fortress sell to Ripple just reignites me that this bull market is about to happen.
David, it has been I don't even know, like, I'm almost speechless in words. You and I work very, very closely together. It's been such a fun journey. I feel so grateful to be a part of this with you and the Web3 team. It's only just beginning. Like, literally, we're 3 days into being a publicly traded company.
I'm gonna leave everybody with this. This isn't a promo or pump and dump. We are 30 seconds into, I love soccer. We're 30 seconds into a 90-minute game. So again, we're building something that's going to be world class. We have world class investors, and yeah, the frequency of this product is really, really good. And if you were there, like Alyssa was there, you could feel the energy at the CSE the other day.
It was a very fun moment, and something we'll never forget. David, thank you so much. Really looking forward to hearing more. If anyone would like to connect with David directly, please feel free to reach out to me. I would be more than happy to make that intro.
Can I leave with one thing?
Go for it.
We could not be here today without the team from IR Labs. I will say, if I look at one part of the puzzle, they are one of the biggest pieces to the puzzle.
Thank you, David. That means a lot,
Of
and I
course.
know our team really appreciates it. Thank you.
Of course.
All
Aloha,
right,
guys.
aloha. Be sure to add Web3 on the CSE to your watch list.
If you can't tell, I'm excited.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, a little bit.
Like, what's going on? Bye, guys.
Okay. Thanks, David.